Welcome to Tractor Supply Company, the premier tractor supply company in Idaho. Today we got this little beauty that we're going to call our Blue Light Special, or Blue Tractor Special, whichever you prefer. We just took this in on a trade. It's a 2001 New Holland TM150. It's got 140 horsepower at 2200 RPMs. It's in excellent condition with less than 2,700 hours on it. This little baby was only driven to the Grange every Sunday by a little old lady in Pasadena. Now we've got some new tires on here, and for a small nominal fee, we will throw in another set of tires so you can run this thing as a dually if you like. This thing has a power shift transmission, and its maximum speed is 40 kilometers an hour. Now, you'd expect this thing to be about $65,000, but you'd be wrong. On this Blue Light Special, we're selling this little baby for $47,250. Now, you're going to ask, what do you get for that $47,000? Well, let's take a closer look. Isn't this a beauty? This would do you proud on any farm. Look at that detail. It is beautiful. Let's take a look at the inside. You're probably wondering what kind of accessories you have with this. Well, to start with, we can open up the right door. We can open up the left door. Now, if we just swing ourselves around, you can see all these pretty little buttons that do all kinds of stuff that just keep you busy for hours. And if we look at this back window here, you've got a windshield wiper in case it rains. And guess what? The back window opens too. Oh, can you smell that fresh air? You won't even need air conditioning with this unit. And if you come in today, we'll even throw in a free can of Pepsi. You can't beat that. So you say, you want to take this for a little test drive? Well, come on in. Now listen to the purr of that engine. Yes, indeed. This is a very special tractor. And let's just take a little quick drive. As you can see, it's as comfortable on the road as it is on the farm. And we're up to 32 miles per hour. Isn't that pretty, folks? Wait, you say, does the beacon work? It sure does. Let's run this thing back to the shop. We'll have our mechanics get onto it, put those other tires on, take a look at what this thing looks like as a dually. And we'll be back in a second. Take this thing for another test drive. And oh my goodness, it doesn't even look like the same tractor. Let's go check this thing out on the freeway and see if it's as good with 8 tires as it was with 4. And as you can see, it's as smooth as a baby's butt. So whether you're driving down the freeway or plowing up a field, it's going to be like you're sitting in your easy chair at home. So what are y'all waiting for? Get down here now. It's first come, first served, and this baby's not going to last long. Thank y'all, and I'll see you later. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 2013 on the Idaho Map with the Rude Man. Today we're going to do some cleanup. We've got a couple of fields to complete harvesting on that we missed in our big harvest. So we're going to kind of work on those a little bit and do a little bit of cleanup. So let's get started. Now, as you can see, I couldn't resist a sales pitch, and I picked me up a little New Holland TM 150. It looks pretty sweet. So we're going to use it today to haul some potatoes. Speaking of which, let's get the sugar beet guy. I don't know how I missed these fields, but I did. Let's get the sugar beet guy going. The ropa. And we also need to get the potato harvester going. Get him started up. Clean these two fields up. Oh, he's full. Let's see. Let's get a tractor over here. Where did we go? We need this guy. This sweet little blue guy. Now, for the time being, I'm using these two little trailers because I haven't found an overloader that does potatoes yet. I haven't looked very hard, but so I'd like to get an overloader that does potatoes. In the meantime, this works. I don't have a lot of potatoes anyway. There was only a couple of fields that had potatoes on them, so this will do. Oh, we're on field work. We need to be on seed, fertilizer and seeding. I tell you, these drivers are just really persnickety. Yes, everything's got to be just right or they won't work. Okay, so we got him going. We need to just double check and see what else is going on. Oh, right. Let's get this guy going. I think we've still got. I think we still have stuff in one of these bunkers. Bunker number 1, I believe. But as you can see, I did a little bit of work offline. I got over $1 million again and that's just from this silage. I just kept this guy working while I dinked around on the farm. I should look. I might have finished it. Okay, so he's in number 1. Yep, there's still stuff in there, so we'll let him work. And let's see, we need to get this guy. What was he doing? Yeah, I kind of messed up on this field because, well, I don't really know what I did, to be honest with you. I really don't know because something was off, obviously. What other field did I have? I had another field that had grass. 16. Let's go to that one and start that one. I'll come back and fix this one later. Well, you know, it looks like he only mowed about half the field every other turn, so I don't know what happened on that. We're in the passing lane. Uh-oh, we crossed a double line. We're not supposed to be passing. Alright, now I can pass. Oh, too late. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to get the bigger mower. You know what? I got $1,000,000. Let's do that. Sorted by machine type. I need to start baling too. Future project. Yeah, here, let's get this big crone. I know it's expensive, but this thing does a bang up job. Alright, let's go find him. He's gonna be at the shop. Oh, I forgot I was manually doing that. Okay, let's pick this guy up. Yeah, this guy's a Hummer, I tell you. If you're gonna mow some grass, this is what you need. Better put our beacons on before we crash into somebody. And I'm just gonna go clean up that other one. This should clean it up. I missed him. I thought for sure I was going to cream that guy. Alright, so this is field 18. And it's farm field work, and field, let's see, we did oh, it's in mowing mow 18, that one there. And let's get up into position. Drive the course and see what happens. This should, look at this sucker. It looks like the Starship Enterprise, except for it's green. That's got to be so cool. I'd love to have one of these. I don't even know if it'd fit in my backyard. Alright. There he goes. Alright, so I'm doing these manually. I didn't set up any courses for these. They're not my fields. I'm just trying to get up. For some reason, I missed this beet field from our initial big harvest. I can understand missing that potato field because I didn't have a harvester, but I don't know how I missed these beets. And I had a subscriber, Scorpion's Edge, has been chatting with me about the Missouri map. I had downloaded the Missouri map and I had some issues with it. And it wasn't until later that I found out that I had actually downloaded 2 maps at the same time. And I was really not interested in looking at the other one quite yet. I wanted to see the Missouri one. And there were some elements of the other one that kind of messed up my other maps, and so I took that one out. I went back to the Missouri map, put it in, and it really does look cool. Scorpion's Edge really liked it. He's been playing it a little bit. I haven't actually played it yet. I went on it this morning a little bit and just bought myself a Ford truck and was driving it around just to take a look at the map. It's big. It's a big map. And in the meantime, I kind of decided that if you have a farm that's as big as the one that's on this map, you're going to have had some money for equipment. You're not going to have started out with $6,000 and these old beat up 1920 pieces of equipment. So I kind of put in some money into my account from the bank, and I started buying the equipment that you would have to have for a farm that big. And now I didn't get, you know, everything that I want. I kind of got one of everything. You know, I got a decent combine and a decent tractor, decent truck, decent trailer, that kind of thing. So I didn't go hog wild. But there's no way that you'd have a farm like that and have 1920 equipment on it. So that kind of gets you a quicker start than just taking the $6,000. And I can understand when you're doing, you know, a new map, you're supposed to be dirt poor and work your way up to the top. But that's kind of silly. You wouldn't have a farm that big. You'd start off kind of like The Sims, where you got some travel trailer that you live in, and you have to work up to get a job and work up to buying a decent farm. Okay, I'm lost. That's the guy I want right there. But anyway, you know, if you're interested, take a look at that map. It's pretty cool, and it's got some different things on it. So he mentioned something about the crop growth is a little slow. So I like I said, I haven't had a chance to really look at it, and I haven't really played it. You know, I took a quick tour of and I got lost. You're gonna need a map. That's pretty cool. Take a look at it if you want. If you haven't seen it yet, I went ahead and made a new tutorial on how to set up 2 combines on a single field and have them run together. So I debated on whether to do it or not, because a lot of people aren't using the developer build of Courseplay. I am, and I love it. Now there's a couple of things that are kind of, you know, wanky with it, but I can put up with those things because the rest of the stuff's pretty cool. I like the way it works, and it's a developer's, you know, build. It's gonna be better. So I know that there's a few of you guys that have been using the developer's build, and so I thought, well, why not? I'm gonna do a tutorial because because I haven't seen one online yet. So there you go. And again, if you're interested, take a look at it. I just posted it this morning. Alright, let's get this thing to the farm. Yeah, I probably should have automated this, but I kind of figured that, well, I'll just run it back and forth. I gave all my hired workers the day off. That's a ticket. So I'm stuck here on the farm by myself, and it's my own fault that these things are not cleaned up, these fields. So I decided I'd just give everybody a day off and take care of it myself. Yeah, so I in the last episode I showed you a picture of a silver combine, and it had a big sign on it. They were having a combine demolition derby. Now you gotta wonder about that. I don't know if I'm going to go to it. Probably not, but it sure sounds interesting. And I was really interested to find out what combine that was, but I was on just a terribly busy freeway. It's right on the freeway, and I took my life in my own hands just pulling over. It took me after I pulled over. It took me about 5 or 10 minutes to get back in traffic. There's so much traffic speeding at 70 miles an hour. So I just took a picture and ran. Yeah, take a look at the picture if anybody's got any idea what kind of combine that is. I mean, granted, I was a little ways away from the sign, so. Okay, now this guy, I don't think, well, let's take a look. I think this trailer does beets. Let's find out. I had one of the corn huskers, and it doesn't do beets and potatoes, so I'm glad I didn't sell this guy. This trailer here I was thinking about selling because it didn't do soy and oats and all that kind of stuff, but then thankfully I didn't, because it's the only one I think I have that does beets and potatoes. Oh, by the way, let's go see how that mower's doing. Where is he? You know what? I didn't. There he is. I didn't put him in. Let's put him in group 9. That's kind of where I got all my utility things. And it looks like he's moving right along. Him unloaded. Back in the field. Back in the field again. I can't wait to get back in the field again. Alright, let's see. We've got... yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell these 2 combines here. I've got the 2 John Deeres. I picked up another John Deere, an older one. Well, actually, I haven't yet, but I'm going to. I meant to say I've downloaded the mod. I had a mod of the, I think it's the 9770. It's an older combine John Deere. It's bigger than this one. But I never used it because it has such a teeny tiny little grain tank in it. So I downloaded a newer version of it, and I went in and changed the capacity of this grain tank. So I'm thinking that I might use that when I need a new combine, and so I won't need that one or this one. This one did a good job, and but I've kind of grown out of it now. So we'll go ahead and sell him. I want to find a new Holland combine because I want to have something besides John Deere's. I did find and download a Massey Ferguson, but I just didn't like it at all. And there may be new versions of it or different versions of it, but it just wasn't a very good mod for me anyway. Okay, he's full again. Oh, I'm falling down on the job. Yeah, what do you think of this New Holland? This is kind of cool. Now, I noticed that on the Farming Simulator 2015, they've added a bunch of New Holland equipment. So I'm kind of getting used to New Holland before that comes out. It's always nice to have different rigs. He seems to run pretty good. I mean, even with 2 trailers, he's doing 28 miles an hour, 26 to 28 kilometers an hour, that is. Now, the salesman told me it got up to 40 kilometers. I haven't been able to get that out of it yet. Dang salesman. Oh well, the rest of his sales pitch held up, so I think I'll be happy with this tractor. Seems like a pretty good tractor for a little bit lighter duty. This potato harvester has a tendency, yeah, see, it has a tendency to just take off when it empties a certain amount of product, which is kind of irritating. Alright, I got a tractor slipping. Oh, I knew better. I knew better. I got stuck on these things before. Now this tractor, I like this tractor. I like the detail on it. And the only thing that bothers me about this tractor, and let me see if I can show you what I mean. Okay, see right there? Right here, that thing, I don't know, I guess it's meant to do that, but it's sure irritating when you're behind this rig and watching it just buck up and down. That doesn't look very efficient, and I don't really care for that. I don't know why it does it. Well, I got to him just in time. And I placed a little bit of seed in this, on the outskirts of this field, so I can just come up here and refill. Well, if I get it in the right position. Maybe I'm not close enough. I suppose I put it on the wrong side. Move into position on this side, maybe. There we go. So that made it a little bit handy. You can pick these things up for about 800 bucks. These little pallets of seed. You can pick them up for about $850, I think, and place them where you need them. So I'll try to put them in strategic locations so that when I'm out in the field, I don't have to run all the way back to the farm, because that's a pain in the posterior. Now see how this thing bucks and weaves? I just don't like that. And it's too bad. I really like the detail on this tractor. I have a couple more tractors of this size that are John Deere. One of them I don't use because although it says that it's a John Deere, when you actually purchase it, and although it says it's a John Deere, when you actually purchase it, it's a Steiger. And So somebody took the International Harvester, or the case, and reskinned it to look like a John Deere. So I don't use that one. Alright, what's he doing now? Well, that's weird. Why is he doing that? Oh, I know. I have this set up as a course. There we go. Alright, see how these guys are doing. He's done. So let's empty him out. He's due for a car wash or a tractor wash. These fields get dirty by the end of the day. Yeah, this equipment can get dirty by the end of the day, and some of them don't take that long. Alright, I'm going to, because this guy, let's just stop him. Back up a little bit. Yeah, let's go get our tractor. Yeah, for some reason, well, it's just the way it's built, I guess. That harvester, it won't stop. It waits until it unloads a little bit and then it takes off again. Well, that's kind of a pain. And the only problem with that is that means if you're using course play, the tractor will try to keep up with it. And that's all fine and well until it gets to the end of the field. Then they collide with each other because the tractor's trying to get the product out of the harvester, and the harvester won't stop at the end of the field. It wants to turn around, and the next thing you know, they're running into each other. And we got another load. Like I say, I should have set up a course for this, but we're over halfway done. What I can do is uh-oh, what's slipping? No. Is he done with the field? He's done with the field. Except for this little strip. What's the deal here, buddy? Oh, I lied, didn't I? I lied earlier when I said I let everybody have the day off. I forgot about this guy. He's on my S list. So I kept him to keep working. That's the kind of farmer I am. Okay, back to this guy. Yeah, I think once I have this one done, now I won't need that beet truck over there. So I can actually have him come out in the field and unload the potato harvester, because this guy's done over here. Is he empty? He is empty. Turn him off for now. Jump in this rig. Overload it into the trailer. gonna be able to handle it all? I hope. Sure did. Alright. Let's button this guy up. Whoop. Well, looks like the crone's done with its work, so I can get the windrower out there. Alright. Let's turn him off for now. Got to be conservative on the fuel. And jump in here, get him to unload these sugar beets and come back for the potatoes. There's a guy that I watch once in a while on Farming Simulator that always says potatoes, and every time I hear him say that, I think about the Lord of the Rings where Gollum, what are taters, precious? And the little fat hobbit, potatoes. You can mash them, you can whatever he says, but it's, every time I hear that guy say that, I think about the little fat hobbit. Potatoes. Yeah, that little fat hobbit, he eats a lot of potatoes. But then again, hobbits eat a lot anyway. They have breakfast and second breakfast and 11sies and lunch, dinner, supper. They like to eat. Yeah, I was watching Brad M73, I guess, this morning, and he was commenting on the new Farming Simulator 2015, some of his thoughts on that. Kind of interesting. He showed some pictures of some of the New Holland equipment, and you know, just in looking at the pictures of the equipment, debating on, you know, what the graphics are going to be like. Are they going to be any better? Because the pictures don't look like the graphics in the backgrounds are any different than they are right now in this game. And again, they're just pictures, so who knows. But he kind of brought up a good question. Of course, it's all speculation because we don't know that much about the game yet. But he was kind of speculating on what this game is going to be like. Are there going to be enough significant changes in 2015 from 2013 that that the game's going to be any different? Now, they've added New Holland tractors, and they've added a new component of forestry. But other than that, what kind of changes have they added? Have they improved the graphics any? What's going to make it that much better than 2013 that they couldn't have just done like a DLC and added the forestry? So, and again, it's all pretty much speculation because you really don't know until the game comes out what it's going to be like. I mean, if you've played, I've beta tested many games. I've beta tested World of Warcraft and some of the Final Fantasy games and Rift. I've done a lot of beta testing, and when you go from alpha to beta to open beta and into final product, there could be changes happen very rapidly in just the last few months of a game's development. And so there's really no way to tell from looking at a few pictures, whether what the game's actually going to be like and what significant changes there may or may not be. Now, that being said, what Brad M73 was talking about are legitimate questions. What is going to make the new version of or the latest version of Farming Simulator different enough to make it more interesting than than what we're playing here today. Anyway, food for thought. I try not to get too serious about these speculation things because right now I'm still having fun with this game, so there you go. I mean, heck, I'm still playing Sims 1 and Sims 2 and Sims 3, and I played Sims Online. I'll go back and play Baldur's Gate. I mean, you know, I kind of play these old games after you have been away from her for a while. I dug out some King's Quest games the other day, was messing around with them. Morrowind, Oblivion. Of course, they're not that old, but you know, the King's Quest ones are kind of old. I remember when I first started playing games, they were text-based. You had to, it'd show you a picture, and then it would come up and say, "You're standing in front of a door. Do you 1, ring the doorbell? 2, look under the mat?" And you know, you just had to choose, and multiple choice, and the storyline would move on. People were pretty much stick people. Okay, I guess I don't need this guy anymore, so let's just put him in the staging area. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this tractor. Now, I didn't think about it till just now, but a couple of these tractors might look pretty good with these overloaders. You know, they're not quite the same color, but at least they're blue. Huh, might have to think about that. Alright, let's go get this guy. Heading on out. Beacons on. Look out, Idaho, here we come. So I've still got $847,000 even after I bought that big Chrome. And I'm thinking I'd still need to spend a little bit. I want to get another seeder because I've been dinking around for 2-3 episodes just seeding 1 or 2 fields. And I've got a number of fields left to, you know, to seed. So I need to get another seeder or 2 and get them working. That's why we made the money. Buy some equipment, because I want to get some baling done. I want to buy some animals, and I guess the thing that I'm thinking about is, you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if we look at the map, you know, I've harvested all this, but the fields that I own, I'm just planting them for the first time after that initial thing. So I've only got 1 harvest off of these fields. So I want to get that going and get some more harvesting done, and then, you know, buy some animals, because, you know, because having the animals is going to take up some time. So I want to get those things planted, get the crops growing, and then I can mess around with cattle and pigs and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, you know how it goes. All right, let's get this crone out of the way. It's the Starship Enterprise. Okay, windrower to the rescue. Wherever he's at, running through the bushes. All right. Let's set this up. We've got mowing. This is going to be grass 18 that we'll select here. Drive up to the starting point. And drive this course. Maybe. Oh, there he goes. All right. There it is. Yeah, I forgot. I have certain keys set up to go through my harvesters, so I don't have to go through every piece of equipment. And then the next key I have set up, I forgot that I took these two harvesters out of those because these are, you know, the other harvesters are for grain. These are for potatoes and beets. So I have them separated out. I forget that all the time. And try to make it more convenient for myself, and then I can't remember what I did. See how this guy's doing. Potatoes are 67%. Well, we pretty much got these cleaned up. We got that field done. This one's almost done. I got a new tractor, got some new equipment. We're mowing. I'm going to decide whether I want to do baling yet. I don't think I do. I think I want to get one more harvest in before I start baling. So in the meantime, I may just sell that, just make some more silage, sell that grass, or make that grass into silage and sell it for more money. Let's see, what else do we need to do? I think that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like. And we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good day.